What does bullish mean in stock market? In today's video, we are exploring the topic of bullish. I'll be providing insights on how a bull market impacts investment decisions. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier. Let's dive right in. Are you curious about what it means to be bullish in the stock market? We are going to uncover the concept of bullishness in the stock market. That way you can capitalize on a bull market. I'm going to share some examples with you on when there was a bull market in the US stock market. Being bullish signifies confidence and positive sentiment towards a particular stock or sector, or even just the overall stock market. Investors who are bullish expect growth, higher demand, and potentially higher returns on their investments. And just to mention, the opposite of a bull market is a bear market, and that would mean that things are starting to trend downward. And I just want to give you a quick history on where bull market and bear market came from. The use of bull and bear describe the way those animals attack. A bull will thrust its horns up in the air, while a bear will swipe its paws downwards. So with the bull going up in the air with its horns, that means the market is going up. And then with a bear swiping his paw downward, that means the market is going down. With a bull market, it's often driven by various factors, including positive economic indicators, market trends, or even just positive news about a company or an industry. It can create momentum in the market as more investors are attracted to opportunities for potential returns. Bullishness can influence decisions that are made in the market. For example, bullish investors can buy stocks that they think are going to trend upward, or even increase their exposure to certain sectors in hopes that they can benefit from the upward trend. But of course, a bull market does not guarantee success. We never know what is going to happen in the market. So it's important that we analyze what we are investing in and we feel comfortable with our investments and not just rely on that bullish sentiment, that upward trend in the market. We should have a clear understanding of our own investment goals and the time horizon that we have. So while yes, there is potential for money to be made during a bull market because of that upward trend, we don't want to just put all of our money in the market and hope that it continues to trend upward and that we can make a quick win. We still want to set our investing goals and focus still on the long term. And that way, if the bull trend does end, then we aren't scared and we aren't selling our investments and locking in losses when we know that eventually it will rise again. And a commonly accepted definition of a bull market is when stock prices rise by 20%. And I want to share a few different examples of bull markets throughout history. One example is from the Roaring '20s. This bull market, which took place in the 1920s, was fueled by speculation and lasted until the stock market crash of 1929. It was characterized by rapid economic growth, rising asset prices, and increased consumer spending. Another example is the Japanese bull market of the 1980s. This bull market, which took place in Japan in the 1980s, was characterized by rapid economic growth, again, and rising asset prices. It ultimately ended with the bursting of the Japanese asset price bubble in the 1990s. And then let's take a look at something a little later. So there was actually a bull market in the 1990s, and this is also known as the dot-com bubble. Maybe you've heard of this one. It was driven by the rapid growth of the internet and technology sectors. So it was very specialized in that it was focused on technology sectors. It lasted from the early 1990s until the early 2000s. And the S&P 500 had a gain of over 200%. So this was a really good bull market. And then the most recent is 2009 bull market. And this began in March of 2009 and lasted until February 2020, making it the longest bull market in history. And this was driven by strong earnings growth and low interest rates and investor optimism. And the S&P had a gain of over 300%. Those are just a few examples of bull markets, and I bet you're wondering if we are in a bull market in 2023. And the answer would be yes. The S&P 500 entered a bull market on June 8th, 2023 after rising 20% from its October 2022 lows. The index had been in a bear market since June of 2022. And if you're wondering what makes stock prices rise during a bull market, it can be a number of different factors, but one can be a strong and growing economy, high employment, and low interest rates. And sometimes the bull markets do falter and become a bear market. When our economy hits a rough patch and unemployment rates rise, and if there is word about a recession, then it becomes difficult for those stock prices to stay high. And honestly, the stock market is based basically off fear and greed. So if there is optimism happening, then we are going to see prices continue to increase, and we could go into a bull market. But if the opposite happens, if people are pessimistic and they're worried about the economy or unemployment, things like that, then we could see stock prices start to drop because of that fear. And it is great when we do have a bull market because we can make some really great money with our investments. And I want to share a few tips with you on how to navigate a bull market. The first thing is we want to stay informed. We want to know what is happening in the stock market. And that way, if it is becoming a bull market, we could switch out our investments if we want to, or we could even invest more because we can see that it will continue to rise. And of course, we want to keep that long-term perspective. In case it does turn into a bear market, then we will still be okay. We're not investing money that we are going to need right away. And then the second item is to, of course, conduct research. Whatever you're investing in, you want to know why you're investing in it. And you want to do research and make sure that it's going to be a good investment for the long term, not just during a bull market. And then number 3, we want to diversify our portfolio. We don't want to just see one stock that is climbing astronomically and put all of our money into that stock, because if that company fails, then we are going to lose all of our money. We want to make sure that we are diversified, that we have different investments, and it can be investments just in the stock market. One way I like to diversify my investing in the stock market is by investing in an index fund, because an index fund has a whole bunch of companies inside of just one single fund, so it makes it very easy to diversify your portfolio. And if you want to know which index fund I like, I have another video. I'll leave a link above. You can check it out later on. While a bull market can really make great returns for us, we want to make sure that we aren't trying to time the market, that we focus on time in the market. And that way, when the bull market does eventually end, we aren't losing sleep at night because we need to pull out our money. And if you want help investing in the stock market, I have a free masterclass where I go over how I can help you invest in the stock market very simply. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that link and check out the free masterclass. And if you want to know more about a bear market, I have another video breaking that down. I will leave a link above. You can check it out later on. Comment below and tell me what your experience has been with bull markets. I'm curious to know. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more awesome content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.